Salute, MobTube. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Jeff.
Hey, what's happening?
What's
And
going
fuck
on,
all you
man?
commenters talking shit.
Hey, listen, you're
Put
telling
that
me
past us. Fuck it.
you can't make
Sicilian
fun.
apologies. He didn't have to do that. I told him he didn't have to. I'm a big boy. I can handle myself. I'm not a sensitive fucking weakling. I can handle it. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. That was my idea and my idea alone. Jeff even texted me when I told him and said that you didn't have to do that. What's going on here, Jeff?
Do you got a good
Looks like we're
connection?
having difficulty. Well, we got this fucking storm. I don't know if you're
Yeah, yeah.
dealing with
We're,
this
we're
where
getting
you're at.
rain here as well. So that could be it.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have difficulties. Let's see if this gets better. Mm, what the hell is? Uh oh, somebody sabotaged us, Jeff.
Somebody's fucking with your internet. Somebody's outside your window with scissors.
Yeah, somebody's mad to see us on here together.
All right. Yeah, my thing looks good.
Shit.
I think yours is just spotty.
You're better now, but I'm still all over that. I look like a puzzle here. What's happening?
Yeah, I have my connection like
All
right
right.
into my computer, so I usually am always okay. Knock on wood.
Yeah, that's what I should have. Look at this shit. What is going on here?
Leave and come back in.
Yeah, let me do that.
Thanks for everyone checking in. And if you didn't want to see me, fuck you. I'm here. But no. Thanks everybody for checking in. Greg, Stool Pigeons, Stu Hunter, James, Jen, Marco, Richard. Thanks for checking in. I think we're going to just chat a little bit tonight about really whatever. Take some questions, listen to some wiretaps, the normal stuff here on the show. Love you too, Jen. Mike McDade, what's up? Sis, what's happening? Shredded Cartel. Carlos, what's up, buddy? Pretty Monita, New York Queen. Love Pretty Monita, New York Queen. SJR Boston. Shout out to Beantown, South Boston. I did a little show today on my channel, and someone came on and said that I got all the Whitey Bulger info wrong. So I asked them to come on, and they didn't want to come on. So Boston people are tough with their information. Anthony Destito, what's happening? Amateur historian, nice to see you too. Thanks for jumping in. We'll wait for Sicilian. I think he's got to restart his laptop. So if you guys have any comments you want to say, I'm here. Angel says, I think you owe Chris Casproza an apology. I don't. I don't listen. I'm not getting into this anymore. Okay, Angel. All due respect, I said what I said. I'm not really getting into it anymore. I'm not doing that stuff. I'm past all of it. Um, thanks, Stool. Appreciate that, man. Hey, what's up, Yankees? Okay, Angel, take it easy. What do I owe him an apology for? I don't. I'm not a fan of his. I don't know what. I can't love everybody. Sorry. If that's a deal breaker, I apologize. I respect you, as I said, but I don't. I'm not gonna. I don't have anything else to say about it. I feel like I said what I said. Um, do I know anything about Sean Viteri? I do. As I said before, I don't really talk much about active guys. I know he's still around. He was from up in the Boston area. Was moving around in Philly a lot. Kind of was in that group. Thanks, Yankees. Yeah, go check out the podcast out today. 20th episode for us. Tony Ducks Corallo. So if you like Tony Ducks, you find him interesting, make sure you check that out. We did a little Q&A. It was fun. We had a good time with it. So go check out our 20th episode. Thank you, Amateur. Appreciate that. James says, I feel like I missed a lot. Nah, just a little something. I think we're past it. What's the best online sports book? I guess it really depends what state you're in. If you're in a state with legal sports betting, you definitely would want to go with FanDuel, Barstool, DraftKings. Stick with those. You good? Sicilian?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, now I can see you. Okay, for a second there, you were frozen. Sorry, I'm texting my daughter right now.
My favorite episode I did, probably Tony Salerno. Tony Salerno is my favorite gangster of all time. So that was definitely a good one, just because Tony's not as covered as I think a lot of like the Gotti and Gigante and all those guys. So yeah, I would say that Tony Salerno was my favorite one.
So what did I miss? I had to disappear and start the whole thing over.
Well, Angel came in. I owed Chris an apology.
Who said that, Angel?
Yeah, and then a couple people were just chatting, but
it's funny. Half the commenters hate me, half the commenters hate you, and it doesn't seem like very many of them are mad at Lee at all. I don't know. It's very confusing.
I think they all respect everything. Listen, and I made it clear I'm not apologizing. I'm moving on from it. They can do what they want to do. It's their business.
Yeah, I agree. I'm ready to just get on with some mob stuff. And with that, you want to hear a funny wiretap?
I do. Let me quick answer this one. Do I know about the Richard Allen mob Ram Squad?
Yeah, Ram Squad, North Philly.
Yeah, it's Ram Squad. Yeah, Tommy Hill. He was actually an informant. He got whacked. He was close to Joey Molino. A lot of those guys. Joey kind of moved around in certain circles. So yeah, definitely remember them.
Yeah, he got killed outside of a bar, I believe, right?
He did. Yeah. About maybe 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah. All right, guys, check this out. I wanted to play this tonight.
Who is it?
It's Wiretap Wednesday. This is Jimmy the Weasel Fradiano.
Oh.
And this to me is one of the funniest wiretaps I've heard to date. Check this out.
Hello? Mike? Yes? Is that motherfucker there? Yeah. Let me talk to him. Yeah, Jimmy? Yeah, Chuck. Yeah, Chuck. I've been here all weekend. Alright, I got tied up here. Chuck, I'm gonna tell you something. You have that fucking 200 in my hands tomorrow. If you ain't got the 200 in my fucking hands tomorrow, you understand me? You better stay there. Because I'll tell you, you've reached the end of the line with me, my friend. You have no more time, and no more bullshit, and no more outs. By tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, you have that 200 in this joint. Believe me, kid. And every Friday from here on in, you have what you're supposed to have in this joint. If we don't see it tomorrow by 6 o'clock, you don't owe nobody nothing. You understand? You have it here by 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Believe me when I tell you, and I promise you this. Believe me, I promise you. I'll break every fucking bone in your body before I go to jail. Every fucking bone in your body. I swear to my kids. You understand? All right, okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, that's the best part of it.
Yeah, that is funny.
I will break every bone in your body. I swear.
Okay, bye-bye.
Like, all right. like nothing was just said. Yeah, like they just had a friendly conversation. I love that wiretap, man. Jimmy the Weasel cracks me up. The whole accent and everything, it's just perfect.
Is that motherfucker there?
Yeah. Is that motherfucker there? You better have that 200 in this place.
I've always thought the Chicago accent was the funniest. Like I always thought it was hilarious. That fucking motherfucker.
Yeah. That shit is so fun. I'll break every fucking bone in your body. Every fucking bone in your body.
Absolute classic.
Oh yeah, I love it. Jimmy is a trip. He's one of those dudes, man, that when you watch the old interviews, I know he flipped and all that shit, but you could tell he was yeah, I hear you, amateur historian. I could too. You could tell he was just a smooth motherfucker at one point. You know what I mean? Like, and he was in those pictures with Sinatra and everything too. I mean, he was a big part of Sinatra's trouble when he was trying to get Was it a gaming license, I believe?
Yeah, it's weird with him because I didn't know like he always sounded like he was from Chicago, but he was from Cleveland.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
That's
know,
the crazy
yeah,
part about it.
kind of an interesting accent always.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why, or I don't know his whole history why he has that accent. Because as far as I know, that's not a Cleveland accent. But yeah, that's where he's from. That's what he was a part of.
Yeah, he I don't know too many Clevelanders, but he had an interesting life. Obviously became a rat eventually, but he died a good amount of time ago, as far as I remember. Killed a lot of
Yeah,
people too. I think he killed like 5 or 6 people.
yeah. I think it was either him or Ray Ferrito. It might have been Ray Ferrito that actually died in, I think maybe Erie, Pennsylvania, in like the early 2000s. But he played a part in the whole Ray Ferrito thing and the Danny Green killing that we've spoken about a
Yeah,
couple of times.
Fradiano. I think at one point, I think he lived in Oklahoma City, as far as I know. But Frito, I think, was Erie around there.
Yeah, yeah. Um, you know, and of course we've gone over that story before, but the story of Danny Green and everything, that's one of my favorites. And that movie, Kill the Irishman, I absolutely love.
Yep.
I honestly think that's an amazing mob movie.
Jeff, do you know anything about the Chicago mob? Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, we did an Accardo show. I'm going to be doing a Splatro show. Giancana, obviously. There's also an interesting story about. I don't know if you ever heard of the Family Secrets trial, Sicilian. It was about this guy Frank Calabrese who was a big timer in the outfit. He got his son into the outfit, his brother into the outfit, and eventually down the road, his own son cooperated against him. It's a pretty wild story. So,
Yeah, I
uh,
know of Frank Calabrese, but I didn't know all that. I'll tell
yeah,
you
his,
one. I'm going to be honest with you. Beyond the Al Capone and Sam Giancana years and all that, I never took that much interest in the outfit. You know what I mean? I was
yeah,
never a big fan of the whole. I always loved, my main thing was the Northeast, but especially the five families and the
for sure.
Philadelphia family.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's of course, why not? Because they were such a huge. I mean, the five families are basically they controlled everything.
I've definitely done. Like New Orleans with Marcello. He was, I think, at one point the most powerful criminal in the country.
Yeah,
But Chicago, I think, definitely has some real interest to me, just with really kind of pre like Kennedy, and before then with Capone and Nitti, and then Accardo and Rica and all those guys. So, yeah, but I get it. I mean, New York is kind of the king of organized crime for sure.
yeah. Well, and that's why when certain people used to talk about Detroit, I heard a certain guy say that Detroit is more powerful than the five families and stuff, and it's
Well,
like,
Detroit. Well, I will say this about Detroit, and this is where I think a lot of people don't really realize they definitely weren't more powerful. But you talk about success. I mean, they had a lot of success. I mean, they were super good at not getting caught. They never had rats. Tocos, Jack Alone, all those guys were terrific. I mean, they didn't get caught. But they weren't New York. I mean, they definitely had.
no, I mean, the New York, the commission controlled all those other families. So to
Yeah,
even say that Detroit, is even comparable, they did have major success without a doubt. But it's not even a fair comparison. And as far as people always saying, there's all these rats in New York, there's none in Detroit. I think there was one in Detroit that I know
yeah,
of, and he was a Toco. But you're talking about 50 guys compared to at that time, 2 or 3 thousand at least. And that's just made guys alone in New York. You know what I
right.
mean? So it's like pound for pound. If you take every 50 guys in New York, you probably don't have one rat for every 50. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in Detroit, you got 50 made guys, you got one rat. So it all equals out. I mean, put
Yeah, I mean,
3,000 made members in Detroit, and you'll have a lot of rats too.
keep in mind when Gambino took over the Gambino family. I mean, they had, I think, like 3,000 people in the family at one point. Like it was crazy. Someone's mentioned Frank Colacurcio. I actually do know a good amount about him. Uh, Seattle crime family. He had I mean, really success really since the 50s, all the way up until, you know, the 2000s. I mean, he was around forever. He died in, I think, the early 2010s, but he started out in kind of Vice and vending machines and strip clubs and shit like that. Eventually started opening clubs and things of that nature. Had a lot of connections with the Bonanno crime family. You know, there's a lot of small little cities. I mean, Denver. I mean, Colorado had the small Dones for many years. There's a lot of small, you know, like California, San Jose, San Francisco. A lot of families out there, smaller for sure. And look, ultimately, we're all controlled by Chicago, but yeah, Colicurcio was an interesting guy as well.
I want to acknowledge this real quick. Amateur historian, FBS. Did you ever hear Sammy talk about the weasel? I honestly don't know. I don't think I did though. Honestly, was it on his show now? Because I don't watch much of that. I watch very little of Sammy's show.
Yeah, I haven't heard him ever mention that.
No.
Man, it's raining fucking hard out, man.
I know, bro. It's crazy. I gotta fucking take my dog out at some point. Rats get bats because I've been living here for 4 years and don't talk to any of my neighbors. Never have, other than hi. But oh, he must be talking to somebody. All right. Yeah, I don't know. You never know. Unless I read the comment first, I don't know who's involved in a conversation. Tom Lochner, 4.99 super chat. Thank you, Jeff. I'm in Atlantic City. Why is the mob here? Last hit was in 2014 when Ronald Galiti had his daughter's boyfriend shot.
Yeah, so Robert Galati was not, as far as I know, was not. I mean, he was. I think he knew some people, but that was a whole thing with his. You know, he didn't like her, and I think he had some connections. He was actually from Philadelphia. He had a mechanic shop in Philadelphia. I'm not sure what you mean by why is the mob here. I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but Galati. Yeah, I remember that story well.
Somebody just asked if Cuban B asked if we have the Weasel Friday on a Wiretap. Yeah, we actually played it closer to the beginning of the show.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Yeah, man, it's the it's the best. That shit cracks me up, man. His whole interview. If you ever watch that All in the Family.
I've seen a couple of his interviews. I don't think I've seen that one though. No.
Yeah, it's a Crime Inc. Documentary. Well, All in the Family is one. I'm sorry. All in the Family is one. I think episode of it's like a 4-part thing, and but it's Crime Inc. You got to check it out, man, because it's.
I will.
It's on YouTube, and they have. I mean, just that little series there, whatever you want to call it, is just packed with mob information from all different types of guys from Chicago, New York, everywhere, and there is some funny stories, man. Funny stories and wiretaps and everything else. It's old. I mean, it's old. I don't know. I'm assuming that is from at least the mid.
I've seen him do one interview. I don't know if it was that though.
It might have been. Bubblegum Gangster. Yeah, absolutely. I've been watching that one for years. I never get tired of it either. I love a lot of these documentaries. Some of the newer ones, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing with Michael Franzese. I don't mind Michael Franzese at all, but the last, I'd say, 10 years, 11 years of mob documentaries have just basically been Michael Franzese. You know what I mean? Like, so much of Michael. And
they love Michael Franzese. They think he's like the quintessential mob guy, and he's not.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Like, he doesn't even really act like a mobster either. Like, he doesn't have like the "yo, how you doing?" He doesn't have that like personality.
No, and he wasn't typical. Even back then, he was not the typical mobster.
No, I always thought he looked like a doctor or something.
And that's what he was going to be.
Yeah,
he was going to medical school.
He kind of reminded me of like, when you see The Godfather, he kind of reminded me like Michael Corleone's character. Like, trying to go to like college and that kind of shit.
He kind of reminded me of Tom Hagen.
Yeah, that's true.
But he because he's very intelligent, you could see him being a good consigliere. You know what I mean? Like that type of position. But the fact that he was there for the Joe Colombo hit and all that, if that's true, These are the things that make Michael fascinating. And don't get me wrong, I'd rather see him on these documentaries than certain other people.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of him, a lot of Joe Pistone. You know what I mean? Like a lot of
Mhm.
these guys that you see over and over and over, and
Well, it's hard to get people to talk, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what people forget is that none of these guys are real mob guys. I mean, they all flipped or cooperated. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on here talking. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they were at one time, a lot of them, but rats get bats. FBS Lee Cole is running around telling people I'm friendly with Gene. LOL. I want to fight the guy and I'm friendly with them. Yeah, you're not the only one. I saw on Mob Rat's show last night somebody in there talking about I'm a scumbag and I'm friends with Gene Borello, and it couldn't fucking possibly be further from the truth. And it's not even something that I have to defend because I don't know where that horse shit came from, but yeah, that's not true at all.
Someone may asked about Skinny Razor. Did I see that?
Yeah.
No. Funny enough, though, Skinny Razor was a legit guy.
Oh
He
yeah, I'm
even-
laughing because I always think about Mob Rat's impression of Ralph Nathaniel and Skinny Razor.
Yeah, and so Skinny Razor used to hang out at this bar, Friendly Lounge. It's at 8th and Washington Avenue, and he was a big time mob killer, man. Loan shark, did a lot of things, was high up at one point, and I think from what I understand, he was kind of like a mentor to those guys. So, but yeah, hearing him say Skinny Razor.
Yeah, it's a trip. And Skinny Razor is the one, or is it? I'm sorry, is it Nick the Blade Virgilio that killed the judge?
I believe that's Nick the Blade. Yeah,
Yeah, Nick the Blade Virgilio.
Judge Helfont.
Yeah, Judge Halfont. Yeah, Norman Halfont. Yep. And
Yeah, he fucked him in that trial. The kid ended up getting 7 years, and he comes out and just Nicky Scarf was like, "Fuck this guy," and that was
and they said, look, they would never kill a judge, but he entered their world. You know what I mean? He took that money. I believe he was supposed to give the money to a judge. That was
he was supposed to. He basically said, "I'll get you off of this. Don't worry about it." And then the guy ends up getting fucked.
15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were going to kill him. They knew right away they were going to kill Halfont, but they said, look, we're not going to do it. We'll wait until Nick gets out and we'll let him do it. And I believe it was in a parking garage that they caught him.
No, they hit him at his I want to say at his house.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was him. I think what they did was they went into his house and pretended they were delivering flowers. It was around Christmas. I think that's that hit.
Oh, I know the story. Yeah. You're talking about.
It's either that or they hit him at a bar in Atlantic City. I think it's one of the two.
Yeah, it was outside a bar in the parking lot. I believe
it was
either
snowing.
A parking lot or a parking garage.
Yeah, you might be right.
It was in the cocktail lounge of the Flamingo Motel. Okay, all right.
Yeah. There you go.
I thought it was.
And they also killed. I think they shot at John McCullough. He was at his house. They went into his house.
Yeah.
That's right. Someone said the movie 10th and Wolf blows. Yeah.
Fucking terrible. What was that movie supposed to be? Like,
I think it was like a loose dramatization of the Merlino crew, but
it was supposed to be.
I'll tell you though, I like Ribisi. I like as an actor. I think he's really good. I liked him in Boiler Room, and he was great in Saving Private Ryan. But yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that. I probably should watch it over. But you know what I hate about some films, and they did this in the second Gotti film, the one with John Travolta. You have to at least film the movie in New York. It looks so fucking fake when you don't. Like,
oh, I know.
Like, I don't know if you ever seen this movie years ago. You ever see State Property? The Beanie Siegel movie?
I know the movie. So long ago, bro, that I don't really remember.
So, like, the movie was good, but they filmed it not in Philly, and it just looks so fake. It's like, you got to be, like, on the premises. And 10th and Wolf was filmed in, like, I don't know, somewhere. But, yeah, the movie sucked. It was bad.
Yeah, it was absolutely terrible. Let's see what we got here. John Donnelly says John McCullough, yeah. Steve Gennaro Boots. Nick the Blade was a good guy, and they killed him at a club. A guy who got hit at his house with the Union guy.
Yeah, we said that.
Yeah.
I think we did. State Property is a funny movie. I like that movie.
Well, I tried to watch that. That was so long. That was like 2007, I think.
It was before then. It's like 2003, I think.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Well,
it was back when Rockefeller was heavy, and that was like 2004, 2003.
Well, they had another, some other movie they put out. I don't know.
Yeah, State Property 2.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't into all that shit. Although I did DJ for Chris and Neef once, Young Guns.
Did you really?
Yeah. I
Love
DJed
Chris
for
and
Neef. I DJ for Bubba Sparks.
The Young Guns, you mean?
The Young Guns, yeah, Can't Stop.
I will say, though, Tough Love they put out, it was an album they put out. It was fucking good. It was a great
Yeah,
album.
I think they were pretty underrated, man, and they had a really short-lived career.
You might think I'm corny, but I'm probably Rockefeller's biggest fan ever. I loved all those guys. Freeway, Beanie. Like, Beanie's my favorite rapper ever. Freeway's right there, too.
Yeah, but
I
not Memphis Bleak.
I like Memphis Bleak.
Really?
Memphis Bleak goes hard. Yeah, for sure.
And Freeway, let's admit, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. Freeway is the wackest lyricist in the history of hip-hop.
The wackest?
Yes.
Whoa.
You
I
don't
wanted to get off this fucking chat. No. I think he's the second greatest of all time. In my
Freeway.
opinion. Yeah, he's my first favorite. Yeah, fuck yeah. Freeway.
Man.
Freeway kill. Are we talking about the same guy?
Yeah, of course. And Cassidy crushed him.
Well, I don't disagree there. Cassidy's a great battle rapper. I mean,
Cassidy is one of the best lyricists ever.
Yeah, punchlines, he's unreal. Like, he's like heavy.
Yeah, he's not doing the best in the battle scene, but right now. You know.
Well, it's just because he's older. You know, he should have did it 20 years ago.
Well, those guys are hard to compete with too, man.
Yes.
But anyway, back to the mob stuff. Sorry, we get sidetracked sometimes.
I love these conversations, man. I'm just so blown away that you think Freeway's whack. That's
I always do.
Things you said.
I think his best verse is in Who We Are.
Listen, I've said before, and I'll say it again.
Or not Who We Are. What We Do.
What We Do. Yeah, it's the best. I think it's the greatest rap song ever made. To me,
it's definitely one of them.
Like it's the beat, just the video, like everything about it was incredible.
Yeah, I got double vinyls of that. Yeah, that's
and Feel It in the Air, Gennaro Boots. Feel It in the Air is an incredible track.
That's one of my favorite. That and Die. Die is my favorite Beanie Siegel song of all time.
Die's a great one as well.
But Feel It in the Air, man.
Yeah, Feel It in the Air. The beat was fucking nuts.
And the video, the whole getting rated thing and everything.
Yes.
That video. Beanie is a fucking monster, bro. He's sick.
No, he's always been my favorite.
And he's true to what he says he is. I mean, he is exactly what he always said. That dude has been in some real street shit.
I mean, he got caught up in a attempted murder case. I mean, he was hit with the feds a few times. He did time. I mean, he did a ton of time. So, yeah, I've always loved Beanie. He's my favorite always.
My favorite, I don't really like the Breakfast Club. Well, I don't like Charlemagne.
Oh, you mean when Beanie came in?
Oh, my God. That was the best. He said, "You don't understand my world. You're not from my world." Like that little speech he gave Charlemagne was perfect. That was perfect Beanie Siegel all the way.
You remember when, also speaking of them, when Birdman came in and just sunned them?
Put some respect on my name.
Yeah, he just, which, I don't know. I mean, Birdman's kind of whack, but.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, that was hilarious.
I was in work release at the time when that interview happened. And I couldn't have a phone or anything. But I went to work one night, and this dude, Jamar, that I worked with, he kept saying, all three of y'all. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And we went in the break room, and he showed me that interview. He said, y'all better put some respect on my name. All three of y'all.
You just got up and leaves.
One of the most ridiculous interviews ever. But
wow, someone mentioned Damon Dash. That's a great name. Fucking
Damon Dash sucks. I never liked him. I'm actually glad for his downfall.
He was a cornball.
He was a scumbag. Ron Jeremy Jr., funny name. FBS, who owned Robert's Lounge? Jimmy Burke.
Yep.
Jimmy Burke owned it.
One of the greatest gangsters of all time.
Yeah, I remember my dad my dad was, I don't know. He took me in there like right after Goodfellas came out just to like try to show me or whatever it was at the time, the equivalent of, whatever Robert's Lounge became. I don't even know, what it was at the time. But or either that or the bar they filmed it in. I don't fucking know. But he took me in there. And the bartender looked at my dad like he was crazy. I was a little kid. This was like 91, 92. Like, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, this is what my dad did. You don't understand. When I say my dad raised me on this stuff, he used to drive me past Gotti Sr.'s house because my great grandmother lived in Howard Beach. So anytime we went to my great grandmother's, we dropped my mom off. My dad would drive me past Gotti's house. He would drive me past when I was little, he would drive me past the Bergen, places like that. When we would pass Gotti Sr.'s house, he would show me there was always a van across the street. You know what I mean? Which was obviously the feds. And he would point that out and tell me what the van was all about. And
I never understood the point of that. Why are you sitting outside the guy's house?
However, they had to do the wiretaps at the time. You see in movies when they're sitting back there with like the fucking.
But it's like it's his house. Like, what do we need him there for? What's he gonna do there?
That dude was surveilled 24 hours a day, man. But that's the kind of shit, you know what I mean? Like my whole life, like it was so fucking funny because like my dad showed me Mafia movies. I was watching Mafia movies before I was watching cartoons. And I don't know why the fuck he did that, but I guess it was his way of bonding with me, but it wasn't a good idea at all because, I grew up wanting to be a criminal. I loved how that shit looked. You know what I mean? And,
put up Callie G's comment there. I love losers like this. I love them. These fucking goof motherfuckers. Who the fuck does this fucking guy think he is? I love these people. You're not Italian, so you can't talk about the mafia. Shut the fuck up. Fuck off. I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah, this asshole here. We know. You know everything. I don't know anything. You don't like me. Then don't fucking watch. Like,
that's a dumb fucking argument, too. Callie G's, what are you saying? You're telling me that only rappers?
Please this guy wants to come on the show. You should bring him on. I'm serious about this. You should bring him on.
What? But hold on. Let me just make this argument first. Let me see if I'm reading this right.
No, his argument is I'm not Italian, so I shouldn't be talking about the mafia. I don't know anything about it. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but the rapper thing. I mean, is he being serious with that? Like you gotta.
I was looking at another comment. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It'll tell you about how the rapper skills. Yeah, but so should I
now
not?
You can't comment on rap either unless you're.
Yeah, well, I think because I think what he's trying to say is I shouldn't talk about stuff that I'm not. So like I'm not a rapper, so I shouldn't talk about rap. Or I'm not Italian, so I shouldn't talk about the mafia.
That's a really strong argument. You got to know that.
How did I cry? I literally defended myself, you fucking imbecile, just like I would if you came on. What? I don't understand some of these people. They don't think I should defend myself. It's weird. And I'm sensitive if I defend myself. Yeah, I don't like fucking certain behavior, man. Sorry. If that's sensitive, then yeah, you're right. I guess I am.
You listen. This thing is so stupid. Like the fact that this little thing happened on the show last night. I'm just going to tell everybody because whoever this clown was, I don't know who it was, but talk about pearl clutching and snowflakes, because that's the thing with snowflakes these days. Snowflakes are always more offended than the actual victim. You know what I mean? Like they think, and this person actually said, when I saw what you did last night, I was speechless. Speechless.
Well, look what he just said.
Please,
sister, I'm begging you. Get this guy to come on. I'm asking you. Like, I'm totally fine with it. You've got to show your face, though. That's the only rule. I'm not talking to a blank screen.
I'll bring him on if he'll show his face.
Oh, my God. Please come on. Oh, please.
All right, let me just get to this real first because
I got to hear this idiot.
This is an older comment, but I got to get to it. Rats get bats. I miss the days where when people talk shit, they got hit with a brick in the face or a bottle or chair over the head. All this internet drama is pathetic. The old timers are rolling in their graves. Well, that's a fact. Rats get bats. We know
it's
that.
Like this guy, Callie G's do not rat. This guy's got a death before dishonor tat, I'm sure, but you know, we all know what he probably did.
It's
weird, really weird.
You don't want me on your show, dude.
I know. I'm telling you, though, I do. I do.
Oh, well, then come right on.
Please come on. Drop this idiot the link, please.
Let him say he'll come on, and I'll drop.
Look at his picture. Look at his picture. That's funny.
Oh God, yeah, let's do this.
Oh, please get this idiot on. I guess I shouldn't talk about football either. I shouldn't pick basketball games because I don't play basketball, right?
Well, no, you can't talk about the mob because you weren't in the mob. You can't talk about rappers because you're not a rapper.
Yeah, I
And you
can't talk
about sports because you're not an athlete.
Yeah.
Let's see. Remember when Jeff was talking all that garbage?
All you're doing is talking though. You're not coming on. He's just
listen. I want to get this straight. I'm not sandbagging you right now, Jeff.
No, let him on.
I don't want to have to make an apology video tomorrow. I'll have the commenters like, see what you did with Kelly G's Don't Rat? I'm speechless.
It's just so weird, man. Like, some of you people have to pay for these stupid comments, man. It's just stupid. Like, we're all in here having fun chatting, and this guy comes out of nowhere acting like an asshole. Like, who are you?
There's
You're
always
some
one
goof in California. Come on the show and defend yourself then, dude. He won't, though. It's just, oh, I'm so tough on the internet.
Well, if he doesn't, there's no point in checking his comments anymore. Hold on, I wanted to see this. FVOC. Lee acted like a child last night. What a buffoon. FBS, I did not think you thought he would say, I told you so, Jeff, like a third grader.
True. Look at Monita. She says, at this point, do not talk. For real, for real. You can't talk about shit, my G. Yeah, I guess not. You're right.
Who said that?
Give him the link. He says ask for the link. Give him the link. Go ahead.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get to the super chat. Liam McGuigan, 10 euros. Good show. Keep doing your thing. Much love from Ireland. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate that, man.
Shout out to you.
He wants to come on?
Yes.
All right.
Now he's saying ever since he came in, the views are up.
Oh, my God. Oh, is this
Who
one?
are you? Who the fuck is this guy?
Did he say he wants to come on? Because I don't want to drop this link for nothing.
He says he'll come on.
Oh, all right. Well, here we go. Yeah. He acts like we're scared to drop the link.
I don't even know what he's going to say, but I like to hear from him. He's got to show his face. You got to kick him out.
There's the link. Yeah, none of that. None of that blank picture shit.
But he could show weird shit too. This could be a fake, No masks or shit either.
Huh?
No, I know you are money. I know. I'm just breaking balls. I hear you.
Thanks again, Liam. And you know what? I actually want to, in the meantime here. Hold on. I'm waiting. Richard Pasanti and William Priolo. If I pronounced that right, I want to thank you guys for the Cash App donations. I appreciate that, man. I'll always give you a shout out.
Shout out to them.
So thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. What's going on here?
My guess is he isn't coming on. You got to give this guy an ultimatum. 1 minute or you're not coming on.
Uh-oh, here's somebody.
Okay, get him in.
I don't see a picture. Where's your picture?
You got to show your face, bro.
It's up to you, Jeff. Should I bring him on without it? It doesn't look like he's going to.
No, he's got to show his face. We're not doing this hide behind the keyboard. It's stupid. Yeah, he's got to sit here like we are,
Bubblegum Gangster. You ever see 29th Street?
No, I have not seen that. I seen you mention it. I've not seen that. No.
Check that out. Somebody let me know a couple of weeks ago that it's on YouTube, the full movie. Should I bring him up or just say fuck him because he's not showing his picture?
Bring him in. If he doesn't do it, we'll get him out.
Right.
Yeah, you got to show your face.
don't know what happened.
Don't bring him back. Fuck him.
All right.
Get out of here. See the big tough guy? That's him. What a loser.
I'm pretty sure I saw him talking shit about me last night too.
Yeah, get him out of here. Beat it.
I thought he was cool for a while, but I don't know. Something
You got to show your face, man. I mean, you're gonna talk all that tough shit. Make sure you show your face.
That is true. Walt Liquor, cat got his tongue. I guess so.
That's the best thing about these things, Sicilian. When someone's talking stupid, ask them to come on the show, and then they do that kind of shit, and it's just like, all right, bye, see ya.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to know how he thought that would be embarrassing for me because I'm.
Yeah, dude. The best thing was when he said, "I brought you views, and the only reason we have views is because of me." So yeah.
Could you imagine? I've heard people say shit like that before, but usually they're people that have shows. HC Lee undercover again. That's why he's not to show his face. Oh, here we go. You ready?
Oh, the guy's back?
Yep.
Good.
Here we go.
I'm right here. What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Look, Jeff, all I'm saying is I actually wanted to get to this point. I actually love you guys, but this is what I wanted to get to because I've been trying to get on this show for a while. And as you can see, I'm a big, strong guy. I'm not a little dude, and I'm not a punk, but it's not about that. I didn't like the way that you let Lee run you. I was on your side, but just listen for a minute because you're young.
Let him run me, though,
I just want you to listen. Don't let people get you emotional like that. I was on your side. You know what I mean? Let me get near the camera here. I'm not a person that's going to hide. You know, I'm a street guy. I grew up in San Francisco in the Mission. And one of the reasons why I love Fat Bald Sicilian is because he's my generation. I'm 44 years old. I've had conversations with my real name, but I had to change my name because the bots from John A. Life, because I was bombing him so hard, they started attacking my YouTube and my Facebook. So let's just keep things straight. I was on your side. I had to change my name. I'm showing my face because I want you to know that I'm not a punk. But I just didn't like the way that you let him get you emotional. You can't do that, dude. You're a smart guy. Okay? I did what I did. I didn't do comment section to get on here. And some of the stuff I said may have been kind of mean, but it worked. And I just want you to know, don't let anyone run you like that. That's what I'm just
that kind of behavior. And what did I let him run me with? I don't give a fuck.
You let him get you emotional. You just got when he was smiling. It was uncomfortable to watch, dude, because
but we're not from the same area though. That's always how I do shit. Look, I'm doing it right now. That's how
I know. I'm an excitable guy too, but sometimes like that older generation, he's older than me, and my uncles are his age. They try to be condescending. They get you to have an emotional reaction. To be honest with you, you know your shit. Doesn't matter if you're Italian or not. That was the little thing I did to get on here. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to make this clear. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm done with it.
I get you. No, I understand that. But what I'm trying to tell you is I like the way you do things. I don't like seeing older guys like Lee bully people the way he bullied you. And I think next time you should have just not reacted to him.
But say what you're saying. What did he bully me with?
It was a reactionary thing. He was smiling and saying things, and he was getting you to say things like you would slap him, and he was baiting you. Yeah, he was baiting you a lot, and you shouldn't have let him
defend himself though.
Yeah, I got to defend myself. That's what I'm saying.
You should have just told him to fuck off, and you're not talking about it. I was waiting for you to do that, but you didn't. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Well, that was my fault. Honestly, I should have just kicked Lee.
I'm not bringing it up anymore. I'm done with it. I'm moving on from that shit. That's not why I came on this shit. So
that's funny. Look, check this out real quick. Marco Rich says this is BBS, buff bald Sicilian.
Yeah, he looks a little bigger than you.
Here, let me do a Jimmy A. Light pose and try to make myself look bigger. I'm fucking with you, dude. I'm actually really not that guy. I'm a nice guy. I have 2 autistic children. I'm an in-home care nurse, believe it or not. So's my wife. I love these shows, but I didn't like seeing him make you upset.
Listen, that's all. I'm going to tell you one thing. Seriously, first of all, I'm a Cancer. Well, I'll blame it on that.
I'm a Leo.
But I'm going to tell you something. And if these people in here are fucking crazy. If
Yeah.
somebody talked to me like that in person, I would slap him in the fucking.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
I know
don't
you would.
give a
But
fuck what
you
you
can't
think
let them
about
know that online because it's pointless. I mean, I grew up in the tough guy era, but I mess around online, but I never pursue people. You know, Gunnar Allen Lindblom's posted some unbelievably dumb stuff today because his parole ended, and he's like, any trolls that want to meet me at the restaurant, and I posted on his page, I'm like, dude, you got to be careful, man. People don't want to fight. Sometimes people have fucking guns. I mean, I collect guns and carry them everywhere I go. You got to respect life and understand that when you invite trolls or bad things, you're inviting bad energy. And that's what Gunnar Allen's doing right now. He's 1 day off of parole, spent 13 years in jail, didn't rat, and then 5 years on parole. And now look, on the first day, he's challenging people from the internet to fight him. So that's all I'm saying. This shit is bullshit. It's if you've survived the streets like I have out here in Cali and like you guys have out in the East Coast, this should be bullshit. But I just don't like seeing the reaction he got on you. I've been trolling Lee Cole a long time, and Fat Bald Sicilian knows. I was one of the first guys to say, don't trust that guy. He's shady. So
yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
I shouldn't have got ever involved with it anyway. This is kind of what I thought would happen from the beginning, so I should have just not gotten involved, and I won't anymore. So
I respect you, Jeff. I'm sorry some of the things I said to get on here. I said, but I mean it worked.
Just said some normal shit. We could have let you.
I've been trying to get on. I mean, I was on Mob Rats Exposed the other night. If you heard my voice, that was me. You know, I was on there for 20 minutes talking. You know, I love your shows, guys. The Lee Cole thing though, that whole week was so weird for all of us. Like every time I'm looking at my phone, I'm like, oh God, who's gonna apologize? Who's gonna be mad? And you know, I mean, it's ridiculous. I know, but it's easy to get caught up in. You know, Jeff, I know you're from another world in a way, but yeah, YouTube can definitely suck you in. But we all don't like John A. And I've been attacked by him. You know, I had to change my name. My real name used to be on display. I've been in contact with Fat Bald Sicilian. I sent him my story. You know, but it's not about me. I'd like to see you do better, Jeff, and not let this old troll or any old troll or even someone posing like I did get to you because you give them power. Fuck that. I don't give anybody power ever. Nobody runs me. You know, and I hope you roll like that.
I guess I'll never be able to explain to a lot of people in here, but I've been dealing with shit I've been on the internet for years. Sicilian knows. I've been on Twitter for years. I've dealt, and sometimes you just gotta fucking say something to somebody. Like fuck you.
Yeah, no, I know. I have a heavy bag in the garage and I target shoot and I go fishing. I grew up in San Francisco. I live in the countryside out by the rivers. I go fishing 5 minutes away. I needed to take myself away from all that shit.
This fucking guy needs a YouTube channel. Get him a fucking YouTube channel. Fuck.
That's what somebody just.
This guy should be saving kids right here.
Honestly, my 2 autistic children take up a lot of my time. They went to bed. My wife works 2 jobs. You know, my wife. So I wouldn't have time for YouTube to do that. But I've been told that, and I used to be on Jim Rome's show as a regular caller 20 years ago. I've done this media thing before. I like it, but my kids, they're the most important thing to me right now.
Well, shout out to
I wish I could.
Shout out to you.
That's what's up, man. You seem like a good dude. I thought you.
Well, I apologize again, Jeff. I'm sorry I used that tactic.
You're good, man.
I really respect your knowledge.
You should have just emailed us. I'm sure they would have.
I've been emailing him. He's a busy guy, you know.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I didn't realize that it was the same. Yeah,
I had to change the name, dude. It was crazy. On my Facebook, I was getting like friend requests from people all around the world, and it was just nuts. I was getting weird. My Facebook wouldn't load. I had to change my access code. I was bombing him so hard on his page, and it was just. I guess he picked on me because I was one of the commenters. But
what
I changed.
What do they just come fuck with you? Like what is it?
Yeah, it was like a repetitive thing all the time. Like I would put up something about John A. and then on my Facebook comment, it would be like John A. stabbed 13 people, and it would be like twice it's commented. Like what the fuck? Like what is that? Like why would you type that twice? I started noticing everything was like duplicates, and then I turned off my Facebook and I changed my name on YouTube because, you know, fuck that. I just didn't want nothing to do with it. I just use YouTube to look at shit. You know?
Yeah, I got you. I had to pull up this comment right here because it's hilarious. So I don't know if you could see it, Callie.
I can't see it, but you'll read it and I'll hear it, brother.
It says, "This is great. 2 bald guys and a wig. Oh my God, I have to. Sorry, guys. Much respect." See, I'm going to get yelled at for this now.
Jeff's hair is legit. I've seen him do the hair thing. I started missing it up here, but I've been shaving it for 25 years, so no one noticed when I really went bald.
Well, the
I mean, all these
people
people are just such fucking losers. I mean,
well,
all
they're
they care about
probably
is
fucking
hair.
jealous like I am. I want your fucking head of hair, and I got this one.
I literally spike my hair, you fucking imbeciles. I don't know how.
I know. I never thought you had a wig, and I got a shitty phone that I'm with a cracked screen. I could see that you have good hair.
I think South Philly's just. I mean, he's a cool guy. I don't know.
Nah.
He meant to be this for this to be a joke.
Well, shout out to you, man.
Yeah, Callie Rats, I actually appreciate you coming on. This was good. I thought you were
No problem. I actually got to go because I'm cooking right now. My teenage son will burn the house down. I'm sorry to cause a ruckus, but I do love you guys. And Chris, you know, you're a great guy. You know, I love your channel. Your wife is a nurse like my wife. When I hear you guys talk, sometimes I get emotional behind this camera like a big baby. You guys are great. So God bless you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your support. Have a good night.
See you later, buddy.
All right, guys. Take care.
Okay.
All right, see you.
Well, holy shit. Wasn't that a bit of a surprise?
Well.
I thought he was going to be some fucking like Slim Jesus type coming in here, you motherfucker, fuck you, you know.
Slim Jesus.
Fucking Mac 10s and shit. It's like,
I didn't know who Slim Jesus was, and my stepson had to show me because he kept saying Slim Jesus. I'm like, who is this fucking guy?
I wish I could play his video, but you'd probably get a copyright.
Yeah, well, yeah, but yeah, he was cool, Kelly G. And I mean, you know, he's obviously a good dad. You know, he has.
You know, one thing about the worst thing. You know, you said last night. You said something you hate people that say I'm in your head or whatever. What was it?
Living rent free in your head.
The thing I hate people say to me on the internet is, "You're so sensitive, motherfucker. I don't even fucking know you. You're calling me names and shit. What should I say? Fuck you. I don't know you fucking anything."
It's usually very sensitive people saying that.
It's like, "You fat fuck piece of shit," and I say something back, "You sensitive asshole." It's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Both of these says we don't even know he's a dad.
Whoa. What the fuck? Why would he lie? What are you talking about?
You didn't hear that?
That's some weird shit to even say.
Somebody said, "Settle down there, Jeffrey."
See, there you go. You didn't even spell my name right.
Oh, this guy's just a dick. I'm not even pull up his comment.
What did he say?
You're just being a dick. He's talking about the dude's kids. You think he'd fucking lie about something like that?
Dude, that is so. People like that are just so pathetic. What a loser.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about my own commenters sometimes.
It is really creepy. Like this guy, yo, liberal Jeff. Like, liberal? Well, because I don't agree with you. I don't believe that a virus isn't real, and I'm a fucking what? What are you talking about? Liberal?
Yeah, it's well, that's what people like to call people liberals unless they're wearing, you know, "Make America Great Again" hats.
Yeah, you fucking liberal.
Have Confederate flags in the back.
Yeah.
Unless you have all that, you're a fucking liberal.
Like anymore, you can't be in the middle. You can't just be like a common sense kind of guy. You fucking liberal. You like Obama, so you're a liberal.
That shit irritates the fuck out of me when people call me a liberal because I'm so far from it. But at the same time, it makes me laugh because people just assume shit about you, and that makes them look stupid.
Well, as long as I'm not him, I'm the liberal. Like as long as I don't believe what he does, I'm a liberal. It's like, well,
that's the way they see it. Yeah, that's always the way it is.
Yeah.
Let me see. I thought I saw something good. Jerry Gambuti, at least you're not passive aggressive. Speak your mind, Jeff. Whatever happened to Pat Cooper? Respect. Yeah, no shit.
The strong silence. Yeah.
Hell yeah. This right here, HC, no lie, bro. FBS, any more to tell on what Lee got on A-Light? I'm as in the dark as you are. And like I said, I'm not sure I believe any of this shit. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't I do believe that this was any kind of plan, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't really think so. But
Can I say one thing?
well, yeah, hold on. Just somebody was saying in the comments last night or something was saying that was it in the comments of Mob Rat's video or one of my videos? I think it was on his video. They were saying that I knew about this all along, that I said it. Did you hear me say that? I said earlier in the day, Lee called me at like 5 o'clock yesterday just to let me know that he wasn't going to be bashing me on the video or anything. And he kind of filled me in a little at like 5. The fucking video came on at 8. But, you know, these guys were like, oh, he knew all along. I don't know anything. And I honestly, I don't even know if there's anything to me. And I have every right to feel that way. So,
I don't know. I have no idea. I guess we'll see. This guy says you need to get laid. You might come off a bit more. Listen, Matt. It's funny. We were actually going to start the stream at 8:30, but your fucking mom was over here and it was fucking great, so I couldn't leave. That's why we're on here at 9, dickhead. Sorry.
Steve Gennaro Boots said, I'm sensitive. Yeah, fuck it. Me too. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
You know what I mean? Shit.
I'm sensitive. Okay.
But what were you going to say a minute ago? Because I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was saying some guy said I should get laid, and I said, well, we're going to start this at 8:30, and I had sex with your mom beforehand, so we were a little late.
Oh, shit. Let me see. What the fuck is this? Shredded cartel. Lee didn't even notice or realize that one troll that used the picture of FPS's is that supposed to be Brajol in Lee's mouth? Mine? Yeah, I don't think it was mine.
I've actually seen that commenter before. I know what he's talking about.
I don't think there's any pictures of that.
No, there's a commenter. It's called, I don't really want to repeat it. It's Fat Bald Pussy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is he a troll? I thought he was just somebody who didn't like me.
I've seen the guy before.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't like me. And as you could tell, I'm all broken up about it. Let's see. F. Robert Fay, well done.
Thanks.
FBS. This is the best mob show. Funny as hell, but substantive mob stories. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we definitely talk about everything on here.
And it'll get better. We'll get to the point where we pick a certain, individual or family or something like that and just talk about that for a whole show. But, right now you got to understand the way we decide to do these shows is like we'll text each other like an hour before, hey, you want to do a show? And that's how, So, I'm not up to the standard of professionalism I'd like to be just yet, but we'll get there.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll see Sicilian soon and we can hang out.
Yeah, we got to do that soon. Absolutely. Yankees for Life says, Jeff, what do you know about Quack Quack?
Oh, good old Quack Quack. Well, they always said about Angie Ruggiero, you could call any number in New York and there was a 50% chance he would answer. He loved to talk so much. Drug dealer, killer, ended up getting shelved because of his drug dealing. His own case was with all sorts of different people. It was John Gotti's guy. It was his friends, like Jackie D'Amico, all those guys. But Ruggiero came up with him. Ruggiero knew him from as a kid. But yeah, he got shelved, died alone. It wasn't like the film where he's feeding cannoli cream to Ruggiero.
No,
that's not.
No, not at all. There's a lot of controversy around that. Like they say John Sr. Wouldn't attend his funeral and all that shit. So it's certainly not like it was in the movie.
No. I think one thing about the movie, if you go back and watch, there were a lot of inaccuracies. I guess like small inaccuracies, where like Joe Armone didn't retire to like a coffee shop to get away from his wife. Like that didn't happen. Paul Castellano wasn't gigantically fat like in the film. Remember, he was like the big fat guy.
Yeah. Well, also, people don't realize about Angelo Ruggiero is he was a serious dude. I mean, people, because of that movie and because he's always portrayed as kind of this fuck up because of the wiretaps and getting caught with the drug business, people don't realize that Angelo Ruggiero was a serious guy. He was very feared. And he was also the reason that Gotti had a relationship with Della Croce.
Right. So,
I mean, people, I think people kind of think less of him because of the way he's portrayed and stuff. But you know, that's not the case. He was no joke.
I always thought Ruggiero looked like probably most like a mobster out of anyone, didn't he?
Say that again.
Like he just looked like a mobster. Like just Angie Ruggiero was.
Oh my God! Yeah, he had that look with the shades and the cigar.
Yeah, he always had like he's kind of like chunky, you know.
Yeah, big pudgy motherfucker. Yeah, absolutely.
He kind of looked like me, you know.
Yeah.
Is it true Al Capone lived in Baltimore in his early years? He did. He lived in Baltimore in his early years. Right when he left New York, he went down to Baltimore. He worked at an accounting firm, and then he went to Chicago. So yeah, it was before he went to Chicago, but it was for a brief time.
I don't understand what this guy is saying about me muting his account. I don't even know what that is, but if I muted his account, would I be seeing?
He was the idiot talking about autistic people.
Yeah, I know that because he was being a douchebag, but I didn't do anything to his fucking account. He's right here. The hell's he talking about?
Maybe you muted him for 5 minutes. I don't know.
I didn't personally. Maybe one of the moderators did. Which
let's do a list, Sicilian.
Being a dick. Huh?
Who are the 5 gangsters that look like gangsters the most?
Oh,
so I'll give you a few. Angie Ruggiero.
Yeah.
Joe Messino. John Gotti. I mean, look at that picture behind you. I mean, that's
yeah.
Cosa Nostra.
John Gotti's number one out of people who look like gangsters.
Tony Salerno. I mean, Tony Salerno was like a fucking cast. I mean, he was right out of fucking Central Casting.
Let me think.
Vinny Gorgeous Basciano, Gas Pipe, all those guys.
Well, I would say Al Capone, of course. Gotti Sr. would be number one. Him and Al Capone got to be right up there with each other. I would also say, along with Gas Pipe, Vic Amuso. Because if you saw how he was dressing towards the end there with the overcoat and the top hat, you know what I mean, and all that shit.
Peter Chiodo's a good one. Fat guy. Hey, by the way, you know, did you ever hear what Mikey Scars said about John Gotti?
I don't think.
He said that John didn't know how to dress before he met Joe Watts. He said Joe Watts was like the most regal mobster like ever.
Well,
like he was the Meyer Lansky, he says, of that generation.
Yeah, and I kind of believe that. I don't know about you, but did you see how Gotti dressed before he became boss?
Yeah.
Like in the 70s?
Yeah, and then Joe Watts comes around, all of a sudden, you know, he's got some. Joe Watts is a sharp dude, man. I mean, good-looking guy, dressed well, had a lot of money, you know.
Yeah, but Gotti used to wear some real, like, pimp-looking type shit. Like some... Did you ever... That picture of him in front of the Ravenite when he's sitting on the chair is funny. He's got, like, the white pants and the...
Oh, yeah, with, like, the striped shirt.
Yeah, the white shoes. And they said, I heard an FBI guy, maybe it wasn't FBI. Maybe it was Joe Coffey talking about him wearing, like, bright purple shirts, like, buttoned down to, you know, the center of his chest and, like, you know, gold chains and dressing real, like, flashy in a different way. You know what I mean?
I will say a funny story is when Coffey said when they arrested Gotti for the last time, they take him to the back of the car and he goes, I give you 3-1, I beat this.
Yeah.
And they put him in the car and that was it.
Yeah, he said many things like that. He said before he died, I heard that he said, I beat the government again. They wanted me to do 100 years and I only did 10. Something like that, you know. But my favorite thing I ever heard him say, and this fucking sums up what kind of man this dude was when he got diagnosed with cancer and he found out, you know, he was on his way out, or as he said, about to roll a 7. He said, well, better me than a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
And me, man, that says it all. That says it all. If everybody could handle, I mean, you know what it takes to handle it? Now, I know he was in the situation he was in, but to handle a cancer diagnosis like that, what a perfect thing to say, too. Because unfortunately, we live in a world where, you know, these things happen to children. You know what I mean? And so for him to say that was like, what a guy.
Agreed.
HC, the princess phone, LOL. Yeah. That's Quack Quack's famous for the princess phone. Oh yeah, that's you know what? Nino Gadji. I think Nino Gadji looked a lot. I mean, he played that part well. He looked like not played that part. He was that part.
I guess when you think about it,
He
though,
looked like a gangster.
the bigger question is who didn't look like a gangster?
The chin.
Yeah, Michael Franzese. Tommy Patera didn't look like a gangster.
Absolutely not. A guy that
Carlo Gambino looked like an old guy, like some old grandpa.
Yeah. Let me think. Who else? Carlo Gambino, definitely. I mean, he just looked like an innocent old man.
Tony Corallo was pretty normal as well, just normal old guy.
Yeah, he would wear the sweaters and stuff.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Meyer Lansky, yeah, he didn't look like one.
Oh, you know who we forgot in looking like a gangster? Nicky Scarfo.
Oh yeah, Nicky Scarfo is number one. One of them, probably top 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
Angelo Bruno didn't look like a mobster.
No, hell no.
A lot of the old guys, like a lot of old dudes.
Well, that was for a reason too. You know what I mean? That was deliberate that they.
You know, a guy we forgot that looked. He actually could probably be number 1, maybe.
Who?
Sonny Franzese. I mean, does there anyone look more like a mob guy than him?
No, and I always picture that one specific picture of him. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
In the suit, you mean?
Yeah. And he's got
he's
that
just like stone cold
hair. Yeah, like he looks like a vicious guy. But as for dangerous looking, I'll tell you what, if you want to go to dangerous looking, I think Neil Delacroce.
And Galanti. Galanti as well.
Yeah. Who else? Let's see. Who looked like...
I heard a quote one time that an FBI agent told him that he was never scared of any mobster, but the only 2 mobsters he was truly terrified of were Neil and Carmine Galanti.
Oh, yeah. I believe it. Let's see. Let's see what some people are saying. Joe Gallo looks mob. Absolutely, Tom.
You know what Carmine Persco called him one time, right? Well, actually, I don't want to say it here. I'll say it in the private chat.
All right. Hold on. Oh yeah. I remember that. Oh shit! Don't worry, I'm already demonetized. So what the fuck? I can't get monetized to save my life. They monetize me 3 days after the video comes out.
See, but if I say it, someone will screenshot it and then send it out.
Absolutely, yeah, you can't. Oh my god! Especially since I'm seeing how sensitive some of these.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Somebody said. Now I don't know what they're going with as far as does look like a gangster or doesn't. Paul Vario, we got here.
Paul Vario didn't. That's a good one.
Skinny Razor. Molino looked like a gangster. Well, at least now, in his older years, he's got that look. He's got that hard look about his face, and he's got the gray in his hair. He looks a lot like a gangster now. Back in the day, not as much. Let's see. The Animal.
Harry the Hunchback Riccobini did not look like a mobster.
No,
he was like 4'10".
Yeah. He really looked like an innocent old man.
He was a midget.
Yeah,
he looked like a garden gnome.
Yeah, Mr. Neal was no joke. Henry Hill doesn't give me gangster. Yeah, true. He certainly didn't. Yeah, Joe Watts looked like a killer. Yeah, I agree there. Nino Gadji always looked like a
I mean, look at this picture of Joe Watts and tell me this guy doesn't look like a fucking terrifying individual. I got to bring this up.
I know exactly what picture you're going to pull up. Anthony Salerno, his eyes were freaky. I don't know who he's probably talking about Neil. Jimmy Burke. Christopher Moltisanti. That's who they got to have play Joey Molino.
April the 30th, 19.
Hold on a sec.
Skinny Joe reminds me of Luciano. Anthony Quinn was a great Mr. Neal. He was. Chucky Molino, Sonny Red. Joe Watts and Neal takes the cake. Yeah, you're probably right there.
I mean, look at that picture. I mean, that guy's a fucking... Look at the turtleneck. And he just got that blank look on his face.
Yep.
I mean, come on, man. That guy's a fucking lunatic.
Absolutely. Danny Green didn't. No, but he was an Irish guy. I mean, he looked like what he was, but as far as a gangster, no, he didn't. But he was, without a doubt, Carlo Gambino, not looking the part. Absolutely.
Frank Nitti definitely didn't look like a gangster.
Best comment yet.
Slim Jesus.
Oh, Bugsy.
Hey, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, from Chicago looks like Uncle Junior. Go ahead.
Joe Doves, he's a tough dude as well. This isn't like necessarily mob related TV. You're not a big TV guy, but have you ever seen Breaking Bad?
Oh my God, I got the fucking Walter White tattoo.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, look.
Oh shit! No fucking way. That's awesome.
Hold on. If I could get my fucking arm in front of the camera.
Yeah,
you know,
I'd never. Wow, no shit.
That.
I never knew you had that.
Yeah, I Am the Danger. Yeah, it's one of my favorite shows of all time, bro. Second favorite, next to The Sopranos.
I'm like doing a rewatch of the show because I like it a lot. I didn't think it was like top 2 or 3, but I like it. Like it's good.
Yeah, I love that show, man. Excellent. That episode Face Off.
Yeah.
Where
I don't want to give away what happens, but there's an episode late in this show where like a really important person dies. I mean, that episode is in the desert. It's fucking nuts.
Oh, you mean it towards the end?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. That was a shocker to everyone. And it was also one of the most unrealistic parts of that show because that would never happen.
But like, didn't you think it was wild how he was just like, you're one of the smartest guys I know, but he decided 10 minutes ago.
Yes. One of the best lines ever. He's
like, do what you got to do. And he just,
he already made up his
mind. You didn't find it to be realistic?
Huh? No, come on. No.
Because, yeah, two agents are going to just go out in the middle of the fucking desert.
Oh, no. And, the baddest of the bad aren't going to just do that easily. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is like...
I mean, he was realistic, though. He's like, we just aced his partner, and he's here. We got to kill him, too.
Yeah, after they got the first one, yeah. Heisenberg, hell yeah.
I like the later episodes of the show. Like, the late 3 or 4 seasons are great.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing about the first season, because anybody that I got to watch that show, like sometimes you got to talk people into it, tell them how good it is. It's hard the first couple episodes. You got to really get through them because if that's all you watch, you're not going to be that interested.
The first 2 seasons aren't great, I don't think.
No, I agree. Let's see. Frank Collada, low-level crook. Frank Nitti was a stone cold killer. Greg Scarpa. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? We fucked up there because Greg Scarpa, one of the most dangerous looking guys.
I'm not kidding, though.
Look like a gangster, huh?
I know people like don't want to talk about Gene, but Gene's guy, Ronnie G. Alonzo, he looks like a fucking gangster as well.
Yeah, he does. But you know what? Did you ever see the little I don't know if it was a news thing or a little documentary, the thing about Greg Scarpa and Linda Vecchio?
Oh,
did you ever see the footage that they're taking outside the Wimpy Boys social club and Greg Scarpa is standing like in the doorway with the toothpick in his mouth?
Yeah.
Bro, like right out of fucking Central Casting. As gangster as a person could look. Big bulk. I mean, just a fucking...
He was a scary looking dude for sure. That's a great one.
Yeah, absolutely. Joey Queens, yeah, absolutely. He didn't. Let's see. Let me go back down. Philip Lombardo, Rodney Dangerfield. Oh shit. Davidson, Greg Scarpa with Larry Mazza on his arm. Yeah, that'll make you look like less of a gangster.
Fucking people, man. They're so disrespectful to Larry, man.
Tony Miro. Tony
Miro, I think outside of Mad Sam DeStefano is the weirdest gangster of all time. Tony Miro was a weird dude. And he was a real dick from what I understand.
That's what they say.
By the way, do you know who Davidson's guy is? Do you know who that is?
Carmine the Snake Persico didn't. That's true. With who?
The guy Davidson mentioned. Do you know who that is?
Where I didn't. Who did he mention?
Peter Shabetta. Do you know who that is?
I know the Shabetta that was Sammy's
It's not
brother.
that. Peter Shabetta was a character in Oz. He was like a gangster from.
Oh
you ever
yeah,
see-
yeah. I haven't seen that fucking show in 20 years. Yeah.
He got raped. His dad was a gangster, Nino Shabetta.
Yeah, I remember Chucky Pangamo. was that
Pangamo,
his name?
yeah.
Yeah,
Chuck Zito, yeah.
Chuck Zito, yeah. Let me see.
Chucky Pangamo.
South Philly, FBS, great tattoo. Jeff, no harm, pal.
Dude,
I know your head is
fine.
wrong. Yeah, listen, that fucking scene in Breaking Bad is my favorite scene out of the whole show. When he's
In the desert, you mean?
No. I'm talking about the tattoo I got. I am the danger. When he's talking to his wife and in the bedroom, and he says, "You think somebody knocks on the door, I answer, and I get shot," something like that. He says, "I am the one who knocks." You know what I mean? And then he does the "I am the danger" line.
I don't know. The one thing about the show that I think we have to be realistic about is it's incredibly fake. Like,
oh my god, of course,
Walter White would have been fucking his head chopped off by a cartel guy. Like,
bro, it was one of the most far-fetched shows of all time. That's
Yes.
why I can't ever say it was better than The Sopranos.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it was just lame. Like
the whole coordinated attack with the fucking
Nursing.
ABs or whatever, killing every fucking buddy.
And Joe,
That like shit like this. Come on, man. I mean, he's got what $70 million in the storage thing. Like, yeah.
What should have happened was they should have left. Like, they had a good thing with Gus Fring.
Yeah.
Like, they were making meth. You know who the best character in the show is? That guy Mike.
Yeah.
Old guy.
Yeah, absolutely. But I didn't like, I Better Call Saul. I could never get into. I think that was terrible. I didn't like that shit at all.
Yeah, I've never seen
Mike.
that. I've never seen that.
Yeah, no, it's not good because Mike's character comes back. Well, it's supposed to be like a prequel, but he's in that too. But yeah, Mike's character was awesome. If there was a real Mike, he'd be one badass assassin.
That's a scene where he gets interrogated by Hank, where he's like, "I know who you are. You're from Philadelphia," and he just starts like kind of just. He always shredded everybody. They always felt like they knew stuff about him, and he was like, "No, that didn't happen. This is what happened."
Yeah. Well, the reason I like the "I am the danger" scene is because what it kind of like portrays is that there's a lot of the most dangerous people on the street don't look dangerous at all. You'd never expect it. So even for him to say that to his wife, like, "I am the one who knocks, I am the danger," like, she could never see him that way, but he was letting her know that what you see in front of you is not who I really am. You know what I mean? And that's why I always loved that scene, and I got the tattoo and shit.
He also wears that hat though, like a lot in the show, like different scenes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when he goes like in hiding or whatever, he wears it. Like wherever he was.
Yeah, I got to get mine redone a little bit because the white around the letters kind of faded out. But I wanted that tattoo, and there was a picture. They had that T-shirt out with that, that like silhouette of him. So I just took that to the girl, and I was like, "Listen,
this is a true story." I was in so this was probably 5 or so years ago. I was dating a girl that she lived right, not in Kensington, but like really close to Kensington, like right outside. And one time I was walking to her house, I parked and I was walking, and on the ground I found a bag, like, a bag of heroin. It was not full, but it was a bag, and it had that little silhouette on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was I guess that was the brand it was.
I think I might have had those baggies once. Was it wax paper for the dope, or was it?
It was like the bag. Yeah.
No, I didn't have those because I never sold heroin.
It's like someone had used it and they threw it like on the ground, and it was like I just walked by and I could see that little head like with the hat on the ground.
No, I had are they 34 34s? I think with the number bags I had, I used to always get 34 34s. And
they were just like the $10 bags.
Yeah, well, the wax paper I never got. I got the little, tiny Ziplocs, the 34 34s for the coke and shit, and something else, another size too. I can't remember, but Yeah, man. I used to have them with all kinds of fucking different things on the baggies and shit, but that's a bad idea. I knew I shouldn't have been doing it. I did it.
Yeah, they put a lot of different names and shit, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, with the dope, it's really dangerous because you know people are gonna die. You know what I mean? A-Light taught Tony Montana how to move white properly. I saw somebody say, I think it was Cuban B. This is what I signed up for: mob stuff with a little A-Light on the side. Yeah, it's so funny, man. Because speaking about people that look like gangsters and shit, he never looked like one back then. But man, does he go out of his way now?
He looks, he definitely looks like one now.
Well, that's why he's able to sell his line of bullshit because he looks and sounds the part. When people picture a gangster, that's what they picture. Somebody that looks like him. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, you're gonna make we got to play that now. The I'm the one who knocks.
Can we play it? I'm gonna get fucking copyrighted.
No, as long as it's not directly from them, I think you can. Yeah, there's one with 9 million views. It's just like a regular account.
Well, if I get a copyright claim, you owe me money.
No, I won't play it.
It is so great, though. Oh, you know what? We can play the audio, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Even though it's not as good as the with the video.
I'll play it. I have it up here.
Oh, all right. Yeah, just play the audio. Fucking best thing ever.
I've said it before. If you are in danger, we go to the police.
No, I don't want to hear about the police.
I do not say that lightly. I know what it could do to this family, but if it's the only real choice we have, if it's either that or you getting shot when you open your front door,
Hear about the
you're
police.
not some hardened criminal, Walt. You are in over your head. That's what we tell them. That's the truth.
That is not the truth.
Of course it is. School teacher, cancer, desperate for money,
Okay, we're done here.
roped into working for, unable to even quit. You told me that yourself, Walt. Jesus, what was I thinking? Walt, please, let's both of us stop trying to justify this whole thing and admit you're in danger.
Who are you talking to right now? Who is it you think you see? Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears. It ceases to exist without me. No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Perfect.
They just like goes in and takes a shower.
Perfect fucking scene, man.
I mean, he's right. She like really had no fucking idea, you know.
No. And then he comes out of the shower and she's gone.
Yeah, right.
Who wouldn't be? I mean, but yeah, that was
This guy says amateur hour acting. The guy was incredible in that show. What?
amateur
Where
hour
did
acting. What the fuck are you
Where do
talking?
these people come up with this? That's amateur hour fucking commenting. Holy
Oh
fuck.
my god. Yeah, man. As far-fetched as it was, especially the final scene, we won't get into it, but the final scene was just absurd. Like you got all these mechanisms and all
Oh
this
yeah, the gun thing.
I mean, come on, you got the gun in the trunk, and you tackle everybody at the right moment. And,
How about when he blows up the nursing home?
oh yeah, of course. I mean, dudes, like I said, the face-off episode. It's
Yeah, right.
it's crazy. It's but what a good fucking show, man.
I will say, and I don't know if you've ever seen this show, but one of the best scenes in any show is Sons of Anarchy. Have you seen Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, I watched. Yeah, I watched
You-
it all.
Do you remember late in the show, Jax has to kill somebody very close to him?
Yes.
That scene in like the garden
Yeah.
where she's like, you have to do this. This is who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And like she's like just saying to him, like, it's okay. Like, this is who we are. Has to happen.
Yeah.
That fucking scene, holy shit. That, and when in season 2 of Sopranos, when Pussy, when they're in the bottom of the boat.
Yeah, yeah.
that-
Well, the
He's
HC just said when you first realize pussy's okay.
yeah, yeah.
But I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what did it for me with Sons of Anarchy. I don't even like talking about it. There was one scene where I was almost done with that show. I've never gotten it out of my head. It's so fucking horrible. The scene with the dude and his daughter in the pit. I don't even want to get into it. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude and his daughter.
Yeah, they put his daughter in the pit.
Oh, right. Oh, the black guy.
Yeah, that was one of the.
Oh, you mean the black guy puts him? Yeah, Tig.
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah. That was it for me. I was like, this is fucking. Whatever sick bastard thought about this should be institutionalized.
Well, I think. So you found it to be like just too disturbing, or?
Oh my god, yes. I was like, what the fuck? I mean,
I found it to be pretty like. I mean, that's kind of what some of those fucks do. I mean, they're brutal. You know?
Yeah, but that was too much. And then the scene with Tara and stuff, when
I like the show personally, but it was also very hard to believe in certain aspects. Like,
oh, of course, yeah. Bill Baker, $9.99 super chat. Thank you. Hey, you guys. Want to buy a kilo?
Another great scene is when Phil Leotardo realizes, like, he's like, I did 20 fucking years in the can for guys like, so and so, and he goes, and he kind of just realizes, like, and he kind of has the I am who knocks moment. Like, he kind of realizes, I gotta stop being fucking, I gotta stop compromising with these fucking people.
Yeah. Bubblegum Gangster says Boardwalk Empire was great, but like I said, I never saw that.
You gotta watch it. I agree with him.
Bro, I have so much fucking ADD, bro, that me trying to get into a series now is like.
If you like the Mafia, though, which you do, is for you. It's so. Listen, let me try to sell it to you in 1 minute. Will you listen for 1 minute?
Yeah, of course.
It's literally Al Capone, Lucky Luciano, Meyer Lansky, Nucky John, all these guys before they were big. You see Al Capone as like a young kid. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out someday. Earl Rogers, which show are you talking about?
I think probably Sons.
Well, yeah, it was very unrealistic too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I like Jax though. I think Jax is a great character.
Dritto 5K says FBS. If you like the mob, it's a must see. Yeah, I'll check
Agreed.
it out. Red said just watch it. Brooklyn Vinny Brocco, I gotta give you a call, man. I keep fucking forgetting. Ever notice after a couple of nice episodes, Tony hurts someone to remind viewers he's not a good guy? Yeah, that was his thing. Just like when he thought, after he got out of the hospital and all that, and he thought people, were looking at him as if he was weak, and he thought that he looked weak to people, and he beat up that poor kid. Fucking
Muscles marinara.
Muscles marinara. Yeah, he's got what, ground red pepper flakes.
The fuck you doing?
Like,
You slammed the refrigerator door?
yeah, that was so fucked up. I
Didn't
felt
do
so
it,
bad for this kid. And he went to raise his hand, and Paulie Walnuts was like, "Don't do it."
No.
And he just had no choice but to take an ass whipping. He had no fucking choice.
You ever see the scene where Tony like walks in the kitchen and AJ's like making like food or whatever? And he goes, "What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
You
what are you
did it
doing?
an hour ago.
Yeah, he says, "What the fuck are you doing to yourself?"
This is my male hair."
Yeah. And then the next night, he brings him home a pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it brings him a pizza into the bedroom.
Yeah. That was a fucked up thing he said, though.
HC
You
said,
do. It's really good. You'll like it.
Like I don't like the Beatles. Oh, okay. Craig Robertson Bald. You really need to binge watch Boardwalk Empire. I might. Maybe if I started on an episode and liked it, I would just keep watching. But I don't know, man. This is I've been hearing a lot about this. Good little mob fact show. I like his OC shorts. Any of you watch it? I never.
He's a great guy, really smart guy. I've emailed with him. He's a really good guy. He's one of the only people that puts some effort into his videos, and he like looks up shit and knows what he's talking about. He's good. You know what? I think he'll like that we do this. Can I play one of his videos?
Yeah.
This guy's really good. You should check this guy out. You actually like this guy, Sicilian, a lot. Hold on. Let me get him up here. I can't believe you've never seen this guy. You would like him. My baby.
He always got the short end of the stick in The Sopranos, Kevin Weiss. Yeah, no shit. He really did.
In 1980,
I'm about to share it with you here.
What are you putting on?
I just want to show you a quick second of this guy.
There's OC Shorts?
Yeah.
All right.
1982, Gambino associate Anthony Big Tony Moscatiello was on the receiving end of a vicious tirade by future family boss John Gotti. The man who would become known as the Dapper Don was recorded by the FBI threatening to blow up Big Tony and his house. So, what did Moscatiello do to incur the wrath of Gotti? Let's check it out.
This guy's real good. He just has some really good fucking videos.
Welcome to OC Shorts, bringing you detailed historical snapshots of the American Mafia and other organized crime. Feel free to subscribe if you like that sort of thing. Today, we're going to take a quick look at Gotti crew member Anthony Big Tony Moscatiello and the famous exchange he had with his Ozone Park boss. Famously, in the late 1970s and early 80s, John Gotti was in charge of Carmine Charlie Wagons Fatico's old Queens-based crew, operating out of the Bergen Hunt and Fish Club.
You got to hear this Wiretap. It's good and funny.
He had a tough crew operating underneath him, including such famous names as Michael Mickey Boy Paradiso, Edward Lino, his brother Gene Gotti, Anthony Tony Roach Rampino, Willie Boy Johnston, and John Carneglia, just to name a few. One mobster from the Bergen crew that is rarely spoken about was Gambino associate Anthony Big Tony Moscatiello. It's alleged that Big Tony handled real estate and insurance matters for the Gotti crew. In 1982, Big Tony had leased a car for John Gotti, and the future family boss was trying to get hold of Moscatiello to discuss it. However, Big Tony didn't respond to Gotti's calls in a timely fashion, infuriating Johnny Boy. Eventually, the two mobsters connected, and the FBI recorded the call, capturing John Gotti in one of his famous expletive-filled rants. Big Tony: "Hi, buddy." Gotti: "Buddy, my fucking balls. What? I got to reach out for you 3 days in a fucking advance?" Big Tony: "Pal, my wife just told." Gotti: "You know, let me tell you something. I need an example. Don't you be the fucking example. Do you understand me?" Big Tony: "Listen, John." Gotti: "You listen. I called your fucking house 5 times yesterday. Now, if your wife thinks you're a fucking dunsky, or if she's a fucking dunsky, and you're going to disregard my fucking phone calls, I'll blow you and that fucking house up." Big Tony: "I never disregard anything, you." Gotti: "Well, you call your fucking wife up and you tell her, or I'll get in a fucking car and I'll go over there and I'll fucking tell her." Big Tony:
The guy's good.
Right.
You got to check him out. You'll
Yeah,
like
I'm
him.
gonna.
He's got some good-
FVOC Alpo. Yeah, you know what? I want to do. As a matter of fact, Jeff, if you want to do it with me, I don't know how much you know about them.
Rat.
Yeah, but I want to do a show on Alpo, Rich Porter, and AZ.
Yeah, I would love that. Paid in Full is a great movie, by the way.
Oh my God. You know what? And that's what I was going to say the day you mentioned Cameron. I don't think much of him as a lyricist, but I'll tell you what, man. He played the shit out of Rico in that movie, which was supposed to be Alpo.
It's a great movie.
Great fucking movie. That movie is fantastic.
Yeah.
I had to put my glasses on because my eyes are burning. And one of these douchebags, when these commenters don't like you, they will come up with any dumb fucking thing, and they don't realize they make themselves sound stupid. I think it was this Carly G idiot. He, she, whatever, was like, FBS is wearing glasses now so he could look like Lee Cole. Think about that for a second, Jeff. Now listen, no offense.
Maybe you just can't see.
Yeah, how about the fact that I've been wearing glasses since I was fucking 11? And sometimes I just can't take it anymore, and I got to put them on. And not to be a dick to Lee Cole. What are the chances that I would want to look like Lee Cole? What the fuck are people thinking? Somebody asked, oh, Jeff, FBS, you guys ever watch Gamora? No.
I have not. I've heard it's good though.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Just his name, bro. This dude's he leaves some of the funniest comments though, Jeff. You don't understand.
Howdy partners.
He's a trip. Some of the shit this guy says on my videos is so fucking funny, man. Oh my god. He said one night, Jeff isn't here tonight, but I got you covered.
Unbelievable.
Oh shit.
I still am trying to understand what person my age would need a wig to wear. I mean, other than like, sadly, if you had cancer or something.
I don't know. I need a wig to wear.
Someone said Jeff's a little slow. I'm 1,000 times smarter than you'll ever be.
How about that shit? Now what? Earl Rogers, amazing shows how superior Italian Mafia is. Yeah, they definitely are. And I'll check that out.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Motherfucker.
Man, exactly. If I didn't have hair, I would just do it like Sicilian does it.
Yeah. Listen, it happens. And you know what pisses me off? Is that every man in my fucking family, including, the last time I saw my dad was 10 years ago or so. 70 fucking years old, full head of hair. My brother's 7 years older than me, full fucking head of hair. Everybody. My shit just started thinning up here, and now this. I don't know what happened. The style of bald head nowadays, anyway. Well, that's the thing. That's where I screwed myself. Is a lot of my life I shaved my head anyway, just because the way. I shaved my head anyway, just because I liked the way it looked. But then I found out in jail that, oh my God, this isn't a choice anymore. Uppers make you go bald. Well, there you go. Thanks, South Philly. I try not to wear them on here, but you know. FBS is Lee Cole Jr.'s illegitimate son.
Damn.
All right. FBS, ever think of a comb over? Yeah, no, I can't do it. It's like Jeff said. Listen, you got to accept reality and just do what you got to do. Like Jeff said, he would just shave his head if he was going bald. Well, that's the route I'm taking.
I'll tell you, though, I wouldn't shave my head for, I mean, you have to give me a lot of money. Like a lot.
Yeah, you said $100,000 the last time I asked.
Is that what? Yeah, I think I would. Probably be around then, yeah.
Yeah, I know, Dean. I don't really like talking about him, though. It's a sad story. FBS, if you want me to look like when you if you want me to look like when you called, you would have to shave your ass and learn to walk backwards. If you want me to look like when you call, what does he mean, Jeff?
I don't know.
I don't either. All right. Anybody got any more Mafia questions? Because if not, I'm going to wrap it up. Submit questions now.
What do I think of Jose Battle? I mean, he ran a fucking huge numbers operation. Cuban guy.
I don't see any more mob questions. So, all right. What about a horseshoe? Fuck no. No way. I look like a fucking pedophile with some shit like that. FBS George Rivera. I can honestly say I don't know anything about him. Do you?
No, I saw that comment. I never heard of him either. I don't know much about Johnny Keys. I've said that before. He's a pretty small guy, to be really honest.
Who killed Willie Boy? Tommy Karate.
Yep. Yep.
Tommy Karate was basically on loan to the
And
Gotti.
Kojak as well. Kojak was the other shooter.
Yep. Jerry Angulo.
Yeah, paid his way into the mob. Got jammed up because of Whitey Bulger. Whitey Bulger gave him up to John Connolly, who arrested him.
How dominant were the Westies during the time? Well, the Westies had so much control over the West Side.
But then they were bitch slapped by the Gambinos and said, "Sit the fuck down. This is our shit. You're not gonna get into it. You're gonna work for us." They did.
Yeah, but basically they made a deal with Castellano at the time to basically share their profits of everything they made on the West Side, and they could keep some semblance of control, but in return they had to kick up part of their earnings.
And then Jimmy Coonan started acting like an Italian.
Yeah, and Mickey Featherstone wasn't having it.
Yep.
And then they did what they did to Mickey.
Yeah.
And
this guy says, "Did you ever interact with any mob guys?" Look, because just if you interact with them, that does not mean you're a tough guy. Listen, of course, I lived in Philadelphia for years. I lived a block away from that area. Of course, I have friends that dated their fathers. The girls that their fathers were in that. Of course.
Yeah, and I wouldn't answer it if I did. I wouldn't say I did.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not going to say we, are best friends or anything.
Yankees for Life says FBS gets Stacks on. Anytime. Stacks is my boy. Anytime he wants to come on my show, Stacks is welcome. And that's for real. Tom Lochner, do you know Mickey Rome Trenton? Do you? I don't.
No, I never heard of him.
Let's see. I think this guy is.
Look at the private chat, Tazillion.
I think he's going to be in here talking shit. Yeah, I know. That's what's funny. You got to link me up.
I will.
Hell yeah.
This guy says, "Wow, morning from Helsinki, Finland."
Helsinki, Finland. Holy shit.
Yeah. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Jeff, do you know of Nick the Blade's son?
Nick the Blade Virgilio's son. No, I don't believe so. No. I gotta look into him. No, I don't.
David Kirkland, Tommy Agro, Joe Dogg's Wiretap.
Wait. Hold on a second. You mean Michael Penknife? Yeah, I know who he is. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play that real quick. I played it last night, but I'll play it again. I feel like I'm DJing again. I'm taking requests.
No, I said that I had friends that dated girls. Their fathers were in that whole thing. I'm not going to say who, but yes.
Let's see. Hold on. There we go.
Went all fucking Florida, but you didn't want nobody around you. You kept everything nice and stinky and quiet. For fucking 10 years you did this. And then the longest thing and the worst thing you ever did, you went fuck me. Me, that was your fucking stonewall. All you did was see who you gonna rob and put in your pocket and lie to me and hide from me. And that's all you fucking did. Lie, double bang everybody. So you wound up where you are all alone. I told you this last year. You keep fucking with me, and I'm gonna leave you all by yourself. Let me tell you something, my friend. I liked you very much, and you got away with murder from me. But I always felt one day you'll turn and you'll be a fucking man with me. Because I respected you and made a fucking man out of you all over Florida. I figured one day you'll come to your sense. I missed you 3 times. When I got you that day, I missed you 2 times before that. I was down there twice before that looking for you. You're only alive, my friend, because Don's wife walked in. That's the only reason you're alive. You ain't supposed to be alive. Because I was making an example out of you for any motherfucker that tried to on me again. You understand? So the only reason you're still alive, don't think because we stopped. It was because that woman walked in the door. Hey, you would have been gone. You weren't supposed to walk away no more. You me, and that was the worst thing you ever did. I got guys with me, I'll eat your eyes out of your head. And they're as loyal as a mother. And they got balls the size of cows. I would take them to mom and tell them, come on, load up, we're going to blow this whole joint. They'll walk in and blast everybody. With no hesitation or nothing, and to look for nothing besides it.
Another one of the best wiretaps ever.
Yeah, that's a wild one.
That was Tommy Agro, man. I mean, you could hear this. You know, we already know he was a dangerous guy, but yeah, you could hear it in his voice that he wasn't playing, and those tapes sunk him. You know what I mean? That was it for him. Aunt Mike Davis, Vinny Paz the rapper. I didn't see what else you said about him.
He says that Frank Sheeran. He supposedly said Frank Sheeran killed his dad.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what, Vinny Paz is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I think he's an amazing lyricist. I love Jedi Mind Tricks.
I never listened to him, to be honest.
Oh, bro, check out some Jedi Mind Tricks. And Vinny Paz, specifically his solo stuff. Like, what's the one called? The chorus is, I've been working for the devil so long. I forget the name of the song. And there's a couple, man, that I just love, bro. Vinny Paz, I think, is one of the best. And if you listen to him, you'd like him too. Let me see if I can.
I gotta check him out.
Vinny Paz versus. I don't want to play it just in case, but what the fuck? The Ghost I Used to Be. That's one of my favorite songs, bro. Look up Vinny Paz, The Ghost I Used to Be, and check that out later.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Once you hear this, man, you'll want to hear more. They're a Philly group, you know what I mean? And they just one of the most underrated rap groups there is. But I think their whole point was kind of to be more underground. What is this? Oh, okay, all right, I got you.
I literally did. I literally lived down the street from it.
Yeah, I know of Anthony Ruggiero Jr. A-Light ever claim he got drugs from Patsy Conti? I'm not sure if he made that specific claim. How about little Nicky Scarfo? What's your opinion on him? A fucking vicious psychopath killer with a Napoleon complex.
Have you ever heard that story Jeff Canarsie tells about Nick Scarfo?
I don't think so.
Jeff Canarsie said that one time Nicky Scarfo was riding a horse.
Oh yeah, he pushed the horse off the cliff.
Yeah, he says that I've not been able to find the story anywhere, but it sounds like something that fucking nut would do.
Bro, I'm almost positive it's in Mafia Prince.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, that's where I'm pretty sure I got it. Yeah, because the horse knocked him off, and he pushed the horse off a cliff because he thought the horse was trying to kill him because he was a fucking paranoid maniac. Dean Gabrielson, yeah, absolutely, man. Vinny Paz, I'm telling you, man, that dude. There's another one, Ill Bangers, I think, with the. Or what? Oh, Russo's on. Is it Russo's on Broadway? No, Russo's on the Bay. That's it. That's another Vinny Paz one, and you should look up.
You ever see
Ill Bill and Stu Bangers with Vinny Paz? It's actually their song.
You ever see that video of Scarfo where he's like walking into the courtroom and they're like, "Can we get a comment?" And he goes, "I'm innocent. I'm innocent." And he's like walking in the thing with the suit on.
Thank God for the American jury system.
Yeah, that Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever see when he pleads the fifth like 8,000 times?
Oh my God, yeah, I've watched it a couple times. Yeah. Little fucking guy too. I mean, tiny little dude. He wore those platform shoes and shit.
All right, see you.
Vinny Pazienza, yeah, he was a good fighter. Let's see. All right. See, we'll take a couple more. Roy DeMeo shot Spillane when he answered his apartment door.
Correct.
Yep. Scarfo was a paranoid lunatic. Absolutely. Regina Phalange, Fatball Sicilian. Hello. Hey, Regina.
I wish Salvi Testa would have killed Nikki.
Yeah, me too. Yep, history would have been a lot different if he did. What about Sonny Franzese? He's hands down one of the realest stand-up guys there was, without a fucking doubt.
He was literally doing crimes. He was like 95.
Yeah, I mean, lived it his whole life until he couldn't live it anymore. And to live to be 103 too. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tommy Agro is an animal, FPS, any shot getting scars on to ask A-Light questions. Tommy Del Giorno says the Scarfo horse story. Yeah, okay, maybe, no, I still think I read it in Mafia Prince. I'm pretty sure it's in there. But yeah.
Scott told me that. That Jeff kind of mentioned it as well.
Yeah, getting scars on to ask A-Light questions, I doubt it. I mean, if I had any link to him, I would certainly try, but I don't think so.
Yeah, no shot.
Yeah. Let's see. Inside the American Mob was a fantastic series. A-Light's still bitter he wasn't mentioned. Of course, yeah. You know what? And props to them for not putting that cocksucker in it. My favorite episode of that is episode 6, Endgame, about Messino and the Bath Avenue crew and Spiro and the Bonanos during that time. But yeah, they got the Philly New York War episode and all that shit. That series was great. I think they put out a part 2 to that series, but it didn't look very interesting to me. I didn't watch any of it.
I mean, that was a good series, all 6 of them.
Hell yeah. National Geographic, great.
Someone said I need some Cuban coffee. I'm just tired.
Some Cuban coffee.
I got to be honest. I work out pretty hard. Like I get super tired. So
yeah, I bet. All right, guys. I guess that's it for the night. You want to roll, Jeff?
Yeah, whatever you want to do, man.
All right. You want to? Oh wait, real quick. Kevin Mack. Tupac was my favorite West Coast rapper, and Nas was one of my favorite East Coast rappers these days. Is unlistenable. I sound like an old man. No, it is unlistenable. And Tupac was my favorite rapper of all time, hands down, period.
True story. Do you know Tupac's from Baltimore?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't know. He went to school there and everything.
Yeah.
He went to Baltimore School of Performing Arts, I believe.
Odds on a Messino podcast in the next 5 years. Minus 1,000. I think it definitely happened.
He's too fucking old, man.
He won't do a podcast, but he'll do an interview.
Plus, he wasn't no regular guy that flipped. He was a boss. Jeff, FBS, Jeff, have you ever heard this? Did you know that John Gotti Sr. was deaf in one ear? That's what I heard. I've been hearing that for a long time. I don't know how true it is. Oh shit! Wow. All right.
There you go.
Did Tupac kill 2 cops? No, he shot a cop. There was some cops that were beating on some black people in an alley. I think Tupac was walking to a club or something like that. Tupac was defending them, and Tupac shot one of them in the ass, I believe. And he wound up getting away with it because it turned out these cops were corrupt, and the gun that one of them had on them that night was actually stolen from an evidence lab. And it was a little controversial for that department. So Tupac got away with it. All right, guys. Yeah, we're going to get the fuck out of here. I want to tell everybody, well, I don't want to mention who it is yet. I do have another interview coming up. It's an awesome interview. It's an actor who's been in several movies. Really interesting career. I will be having him on. I just got to wait till tomorrow to talk to him to cement, a date and time. But that's another good interview that's coming up. Plus, I emailed a guy that, another, pretty famous guy that's been in a lot of shit, has an amazing acting career under his belt. I emailed him today. I reminded him of how we had met, and sent him a picture that we talked together and that we took together, and I'm hoping that he gets back to me with a good answer, and I'm able to get him on. But that one I can't be for sure. So I just wanted to let you guys know all that stuff. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and more importantly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because I look at my fucking analytics. Jeff, do you know that 50.2% of my viewers are not subscribed?
Subscribe.
Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And
Hey, you still haven't followed me on Twitter.
Oh, my bad. How do I even find you, bro? I don't know how to work Twitter. I've never been on it.
Man, I'll send you a message. That way you know.
All right, cool. You got anything you want to say before we go?
Nah. Check out my podcast. It's out right now. Tony Ducks Corallo episode. The sit down.
Yes, absolutely. And tomorrow hopefully I'll be back with something. Can't be sure, but I might do something in the daytime. I don't know what the hell my day is going to be like. So until next time, guys, I love you all. Thank you. Salute.